Cześć, witam was bardzo serdecznie. Ja jestem Drugi i zapraszam was na kolejny, to już trzeci odcinek z serii Zagrajmy w Blair Rustin Parr. Teraz musimy chwilę poczekać, aż się nie odblokuje. Znaczy, jak naciskam Escape, to mi gra trochę tak jakby ścina, tak jakby z opóźnieniem działa. Ale dobra, już mamy wszystko. Fakt. Będę szedł do lasu, to wezmę. Dobra. Mamy tu kilka spraw do załatwienia. Podstawową będzie porozmawianie z tym pensjonariuszem o telefonie, którego de facto nie mamy. Także myk, ruszamy. Potem idziemy na posterunek z policjantem porozmawiać. Ale najpierw po kolei wszystko. Telefon. To się zacina kobitka.
Miss Holiday.
Hello.
I hate to pry, but what brings you to the town of Burkittsville anyway?
Actually, I'm here on rather grim business. I have a sister who lives in Martinsburg. A few months ago, her daughter disappeared.
Oh my, that's just awful, man. You don't think Rustin Parr?
After 3 months, we're desperate to find any clue. So, what do you know about Pa?
Not much. Pa was a hermit. He only came into town when he had to. No one really knew old Rustin.
Czekaj, się sprawdzę. Właśnie zadania. Zapytać właściciela hotelu o telefon. To mamy w misji. To musimy załatwić. Znaleźć tą panią Robin Waver i porozmawiać z nią. I do biblioteki. Okej, dobra. To jeszcze szeryf. A, jeszcze mapa lasu. Tak.
Enjoying your stay so far?
Well, I might fare better if I had a telephone in my room.
Oh, well, you see, this is a small town. We only got 2 phones. One's in the sheriff's office. The other's at the school in case of emergencies. We got a couple of telegraph machines, though. I got one right here.
That will do. Can you send a wire now?
Suppose so. Where to?
This address, please.
Ready.
Have some leads. Stop. Tell S to stay home. Stop. Love, Elspeth. Stop.
All done.
Thank you.
Też chyba załatwione. Tak, zapytać o telefon, dobra. No to mamy jeszcze parę rzeczy i teraz trzeba iść do tego szeryfa całego. Ale słonecznie już jest, tak? Już jest dzionek. Całkiem ładna pogoda w tej grze. Dobra, i teraz...
Hold it. Stop right there.
O proszę.
Are you
Demon
Sheriff
jest.
Bowers?
I know why you're here. Martinsburg's out of my jurisdiction. Check with the sheriff there.
We've done that, thank you. But there's been no sign of Jenny since she vanished. We are completely out of leads, and my sister's getting desperate. So I decided to come here and see...
And you think Rustin Parr took your niece? Listen, lady. 8 children disappeared from this town. One of them is back home right now, staring at the corner of his room. The other 7 we dug out of shallow graves in Parr's basement. We searched every corner of that house. There was nothing else there. Be on your way.
No do przyjemnych ten typeczek nie należą.
Sheriff had a point, you know. All 7 kids we found in Parr's basement were local kids.
I'd like to see his house.
The Parr place? Yeah. Well, you see, the day they sentenced Parr, a lot of folks, well, they got all worked up and went out to his house. Burned it to the ground.
They destroyed the house?
Now, these people have been through hell this year. I'm not excusing what they did, but tempers were running hot. Some of these people lost their children. And it's not like there was anything left out there anyway. We went over the entire place with a fine-tooth comb. We found everything we needed to put Parr away for good. His trial was quick.
Is there any way I could talk to the judge who presided? I've got some questions I'd like to ask.
Well, that trial must have worn him out because he just up and left without telling anyone. I came in and that sign was on the door. Now, it's not really like him, but he's earned a few days off. Sorry, man. If there's anything else we can do to help.
Charlie, get in here.
How might I speak to Parr myself?
Hobart, that'll be enough of that. We got our hands plenty full around here without having the problems of other towns dumped in our laps. Now you go take your troubles to Sheriff Bram in Martinsburg. You leave me and my officers alone. Got it? The Parr case is closed.
Nie za przyjemny ten szeryf.
The sheriff has
Zastępca.
proven less than helpful. He's on edge and openly hostile to me. The deputy, on the other hand, might be willing to help. I should talk to him when the sheriff isn't around. That these people destroyed the crime scene is infuriating. There's no way that this backwater sheriff could have found the clues that I suspect littered that place. So much evidence lost.
Szeryf nie chce pomóc, ale my jeszcze pójdziemy do tej biblioteki.
Ah, nice to see you again, Miss Holliday. Still interested in learning about our local legends?
Absolutely.
This book will reveal many things to you. As a single source, it doesn't constitute proof, but I have other volumes that verify its claims.
Well, books can only explain so much, but thank you. I'm sure I'll find it fascinating. Finally, I found someone in this little town that doesn't get on my nerves. The town librarian, Peter Durant, is well educated and quite helpful. He also seems to be the sole link to the real history of Burkittsville. I tried to instill some doubt in him, but he's rock solid in his beliefs. He gave me a book entitled Frederick County Tales of the Supernatural. Mostly superstitions and local folklore. The few entries that mention the Blair Witch don't offer anything beyond what Spookhouse has already gathered.
Pułkownik Nathaniel Blair założył osadę Blair w 1634 roku. Przez ponad 100 lat życie toczyło się w niej spokojnie i szczęśliwie. W 1781 roku kilkoro dzieci oskarżyło niejaką Eli Kilworth o to, że zwabiła je do swego domu i upsiała im krew. Kiedy pokazały rodzicom rany, rozwścieczeni mieszkańcy ruszyli do lasu, gdzie na uboczu stała chata Kilworth. Znaleziono w środku rekwizyty wyraźnie sugerowały, że Kilworth praktykuje czarną magię. Uznana za wiedźmę, została w środku zimy wypędzona ze wsi i przypuszczalnie zmarła. Następnego roku zaginęła córka miejscowego sędziego. W ciągu kolejnych kilku miesięcy zniknęły wszystkie dzieci, które oskarżyły Eli Kilworth o uprawianie czarnej magii. W obawie przed klątwą i trwającą dalej zemstą wiedźmy, mieszkańcy uciekli pospiesznie z Blair na wieś i wieś na kilkadziesiąt lat wymarła. Kiedy zapomniano już nieco w sprawie wiedźmy z Blair, Peter Bronwald Bartlett założył w 1824 roku na miejscu Blair nową osadę, którą nazwał Burkittsville. Jeśli pominąć utonięcie 10-letniej dziewczynki w następnym roku, wydawało się, że nad Barkit's Fire nie ciąży już żadna klątwa, tak żadnej wiedźmy z Blair. 60 lat później, w 1886, zaginęła dziewczynka nazwiskiem Robin Weaver. Natychmiast pojawiły się plotki, że mógł ją porwać duch zwany Schnellgeist, czy też Snalligeister, o którym wiele wówczas się mówiło. Rozpoczęto poszukiwania zaginionej w lesie, ale dziewczynka wkrótce potem sama zjawiła się w domu. Nie powróciła natomiast jedna z grup poszukiwaczy. Kilka tygodni później odnaleźli ją na trumiennej skale myśliwi, powiązanych razem za ręce i nogi w rytualny krąg z wyrywanymi wnętrznościami ułożonymi w jego środku. Na ciałach mężczyzny mieli wycięte dziwne symbole. Myśliwi ruszyli do miasta po pomoc. Ale kiedy wrócili na trumienną skałę, pomordowani zniknęli bez śladu. W naszym stanie już szubienicy nie używano od 1921 roku, ale już wkrótce będzie znowu potrzebna. 17 lipca bieżącego roku tutejszy sąd uznał Rustina Parra winnym zamordowania 7 dzieci i skazał go na śmierć przez powieszenie. Szeryf Bowers wyjaśnił powody tej kontrowersyjnej decyzji. Ludzie pragną zemsty za tak niebywałą zbrodnię. Krzesło elektryczne wydaje się większości mieszkańców miasta karą zbyt łagodną i jeśli my go nie powiesimy, to dojdzie do linczu. Gubernator Clemens oświadczył, że choć wieszanie skazańców jest niezgodne z obowiązującym obecnie prawem, rozumie ludzi domagających się szybkiego wymierzenia kary. Gdybyśmy skazali Parra na krzesło elektryczne, trafiłby do więzienia stanowego i przez długie miesiące czekał na egzekucję. To by miało fatalny wpływ na powszechne poczucie sprawiedliwości, zwłaszcza rodziców tych biednych dzieci. Mam nadzieję, że ten bezbożnik będzie cierpiał, powiedział Clemens. Myron Riley. Dobra. Co my teraz mamy do zrobienia? Zbadać, czy w miasteczku i okolicznym lesie nie działają. No to jeszcze trochę potrwa, bo jeszcze w lesie nie byłem. No znaleźć tą panią Robin i znaleźć mapę lasu. Zdobyć. No to mamy jeszcze takie 3 rzeczy do zrobienia. Pytam też go, może będzie coś można z nim porozmawiać jeszcze więcej.
Is this everything that's been written concerning the Blair Witch?
Believe any of it now?
Interesting, but hardly conclusive. I was wondering if you might have a map of the forest.
You should see about getting a map from the sheriff's office. They made one when they went out there to investigate Parr's house.
By the way, the Robin Weaver incident was mentioned in the book you loaned me. Since you were actually there, do you remember anything they might have missed?
Well, there was one man that stands out in my mind. He came in right in the middle of everything. He had a massive wound on his head and claimed he had no memory. Robin Weaver's grandmother called him some biblical name. What was it? Oh, yes, Lazarus, like the man that was raised from the dead. I talked to him briefly, skeptical of his intentions, you know, but I doubt he had anything to do with Robin's disappearance. He was pretty keen on finding him.
What happened to him?
I'm not sure. Just sort of disappeared. Maybe the witch got him.
Zobaczę, czy jeszcze coś będzie można z nim porozmawiać, jakieś nowe kwestie dialogowe. Sprawdźmy to.
Have a look around and come by
Czy już nie ma nic nowego? Proszę się rozejrzeć i wrócić. Także tu zdobyliśmy jakieś informacje, że pójdźmy na... Tu jest jakaś stacja benzynowa. Jak już chodzi, to wszędzie. Widzicie tam pana?
Hello.
Daniel Cole. What do you want?
I'm looking for my niece.
She's not here.
Thank you. I can see that. But she's been missing for months. We think she's been kidnapped. Or perhaps Rustin Parr.
I told the police everything I know about Parr. He came in here and said, "I'm finally finished." Then the police found the missing kids at his place. End of story. Now, is there anything you'd like to buy? This is a store, after all.
Czyli on nic nam nie powiedział? Czyli musimy iść dalej. To nam tu jeszcze może coś zdradzić. Sprawdźmy ogólnie na mapę. Tu nic. Tutaj.
Wrong way.
Nie tędy, dobra, okej. On coś mówił o szeryfie, że u szeryfa jest mapa. Trzeba iść się chycić. Wchodzimy jak do siebie. Drzwi zamknięte. Drzwi zamknięte.
I'm not going to bother the sheriff. I'd better not tamper with this. There's a note on the door. On vacation back next Monday.
Czy tędy nie tu nie zdobędziemy mapy? Bardzo by nam się przydała. Trochę tu można pochodzić. Może coś się nowego odkryje. O, na przykład tutaj. Nie wiem, czy ktoś tu mieszka, czy nie. Zamknięte, ok. Aha, tu jakaś huśtaweczka, dobra. Się zaplątałem. Brody. To chyba ta rodzina, co ten jeden chłopczyk chyba przeżył. Tak coś mi się wydaje. Zadanko sprawdźmy, bo już nie wiem, się kręcę. Znaleźć Robin Weaver. Zdobyć mapę lasu. No, ale tu mapy to nie zdobędę póki co. Możemy jeszcze do kościoła pójść.
I've been here before, in that dream. Even the window was shattered.
Oh, hello there, young lady. I was so deep in prayer I didn't hear you come in.
I can return later if you're busy.
Nonsense. God is eternal. He'll always be there when I return. But you're here now. You must be Elspeth Holliday. What can I do for you?
Word gets around fast in this town.
I'll say a prayer for your niece.
I'd rather find an explanation in Burkittsville. After the Rustin Parr trial, I started wondering if maybe he...
Oh, no, not possible.
Well, is there anything at all you can tell me about Parr?
His is a lost soul.
That's all?
Zgubiona dusza. Coś jeszcze powiesz, panie księdzu? Ksiądz już nic nie powie. Zaraz, tu wejdźmy. Wejdźmy tam dalej. Pyk, 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 pyk.
Out of curiosity, what happened to that stained glass window behind you?
It's a mystery. I just found it that way last Sunday morning.
Tak. Dobra, no. O. A, dobra, to jest to wejście na cmentarzek. Czy coś tu będzie? W razie nic nie ma. Możemy sobie tu pospacerować. Dobra. I myk. Myk, myk, myk. Dobra. No to nie też tu. Tu chyba nie mogę wejść. No nie, to szkoła jest, dobra.
Excuse me? Oh. Good Lord. Hello there.
Oby to był dobry sen
I must
dla tej
be
pani.
gone. I can return later if you like. No, don't rush off. I'm Suzanne Ascot. Can I help you? My name is Elspeth Holiday. I'm here in search of my missing niece. Oh, no. This nightmare is endless. Are you all right? All right? How could I possibly be all right? Over half my students were slaughtered. My children. I know what's happened must have taken a terrible toll on you. I wish there was something I could do. You'll have to excuse me. I haven't been myself lately. No, there's nothing you can do for me. Thank you, though. I'm terribly sorry about your niece. Why don't you just leave town? Get away for a while. It won't be that easy. But that's up to my husband. Your husband? Mm-hmm. Stephen Ascot, pastor of the church. I've asked him, begged him to move away, but he refuses. He says that without him, no one would be left in the country to God. Satan would swallow Burkittsville whole. But we've already lost 8 of our beautiful children. 8? Now, I thought only 7 died. Mm-hmm. Kyle Brody. Well, he isn't dead, but how could anyone say he's alive? Poor boy. He'll never be the same. What's wrong with him? After he escaped from Parr, he became unreachable. He doesn't eat, he doesn't sleep, he doesn't talk. That's awful. He must have been severely traumatized. I just wish there was some way to pull those terrible memories out of his head. I do too. Especially after a glimpse of what's in his mind. He drew this a few weeks ago. Some weird scribbles and symbols with the words, "Leave me alone." That is disturbing. Yes, I know. I almost stopped going by to check on him after I saw this. It's just so heartbreaking. Would you mind if I kept this? Well, if you want it. I know I'd be happy never to see it again. Would it be possible for me to see Kyle? That's not a good idea. He's not big on strangers anymore. He's not the only one. You could always try, though. I'd love to have your help if you think there's a way you can break through to him. The Brody house is out behind the hotel. If you must see them, the Brodys live in the house behind the hotel.
Czy coś jeszcze ciekawego ta pani powie?
If you must see them, the Brodys live in the
Dobra,
house
odwiedzimy
behind the
Kyla.
hotel.
Telefon, coś takiego, bo miał być niby w szkole. Można było zadzwonić do tego nawiedzonego domu, ale niestety.
Children Parr murdered accounted for half of the town's child population, and now it seems that the one survivor, a boy named Kyle Brody, is lost in a world of his own. The local school teacher, Suzanne Ascot, has been keeping track of Kyle's progress during his recovery from the abduction. She showed me one of the boy's drawings. There are strange symbols in the sketch that resemble alphabetic characters. Almost runic, but nothing I recognize. There might be something more to these markings. Perhaps Kyle saw these symbols at Rustin Parr's house. Now, if the townspeople hadn't burned the place to the ground, I could get samples and possibly translate the alphabet. Kyle Brody's house is behind the motel. I'll try to meet with him myself.
To idziemy. Za hotelem, czyli tu skręcamy w lewo. W lewo, w prawo, przepraszam. Języczyłem się. Tu właśnie mamy dom Brodich. I...
How can I help you, ma'am?
Mrs. Brody, I'm Elspeth Holiday. My sister...
Yes, I've heard about you. And I am sorry for your loss, but you'll find no answers here.
I'd like to speak with Kyle to see if he remembers anything about Jenny.
You will do no such thing. Listen, Miss Holiday, I know the pain your family must be going through, but I don't know if my son will ever be the same. Some days he seems like he's making progress, and then he slips back away from me. It's a mother's worst nightmare. Since they found him in Parr, he's been like the walking dead. Oh, God, it rips my heart out to see him like this every day. Please, just go away. Just go. Don't bother my family anymore, for God's sake. We've been through enough. Goodbye, Miss Holiday.
Just met Kyle Brody's mother. She's in pretty bad shape, and the boy's even worse. He sits on his porch, staring blankly off into space and clutching a ragged teddy bear. I'm convinced now that Parr was practicing some form of black magic. The symbols in Kyle's sketch are too uniform to be random scrawlings. They must be characters of some sort of alphabet, something that burned into his memory. They have some similarity with a demonic scripture I've seen, but how would Rustin Parr have learned a demon's alphabet?
Gdzie teraz iść? Nie? To być mapę lasu, ale skąd ją zdobyć? Szeryf mi nie pozwoli. Tu gdzieś przejść. Spróbujmy cały czas prosto może iść, czy coś. Albo do tamtego typka spróbuję. Dobra. Do tego gościa, co mi kazał iść do szeryfa. O, właśnie do tego. To pójdziemy, zobaczymy, może nam pomoże.
Still working hard to finish this story. Had a chance to see the sheriff yet?
The sheriff doesn't seem interested in my case.
Yeah, the Parr murders have taken a big toll on old Junior.
I've been told several stories about the Blair Witch.
Yeah, and you've been in town, what, a day? I've heard them all. There's definitely something in those woods, though. You ever been out there?
No, but I plan to.
Well, don't become a headline, Miss Holiday. Feel free to come back if you have any more questions.
Potrzebuję mapy. Pewnie on mi nie da. No, wejdźmy do banku może. Do banku miało się iść.
There's nothing of interest in that direction.
Może on coś powie?
Burkittsville has a strange history. Amazing stuff. Please, have a look around and come by anytime.
Potrzebna mi jest mapa. Tu właśnie nie widać, żeby coś było do zabrania. Ale jeszcze pójdę do tej rali. Może tu coś będzie. Póki co chodzę bez celu teraz.
Welcome back, Miss Holiday. Sleep well last night?
Oh, not really. I had the most disturbing dream.
Haven't we all? I doubt anybody in this town's getting much sleep lately. Can I get you something to eat?
Just coffee, thanks.
So, have you talked to the sheriff about your niece yet?
I did, unfortunately.
Ooh, I think I know what you mean. He's not a particularly jolly fellow to begin with. To be quite honest, sometimes he's even downright mean, especially to women. But he's been unusually cranky even for him. Speak of the devil.
Gretchen.
Hello yourself. What can I get for you? The usual?
You bet.
Talk to you later, hon.
What's wrong with you, lady?
W sumie teraz mam okazję, żeby pogadać z asystentem.
He obviously wanted to talk before, but the sheriff put a quick stop to that.
Właśnie to samo pomyślałem. Dlatego teraz szybko pójdziemy. Szeryf jest zajęty. I może mapę dostaniemy?
Ma'am? Miss Holiday?
Yes?
Well, since the sheriff isn't here right now, I wanted to tell you. Well, I can't offer you much help, but this might be of some use. Every so often I find these crazy stick figures in Parr's cell. And for the life of me, I can't figure out how he gets them in there.
Would you be able to give one to me?
Well, I had no need of them, so I've always thrown them out. Sorry. I wish there was more I could do to help.
Well, actually, there is. Do you have a map that would lead me to Parr's house?
You know, there's nothing left out there but smoldering wood.
Yes, but I still need to see it for myself. Look, I'm sure we don't have much time before the sheriff gets back, and I can't waste it playing games. You seem like a good man, and I hope I can trust you.
Trust me with what?
I'm a doctor, working for a secret government agency that deals specifically with cases like Rustin Parr's.
What? And what agency would that be?
If I told you, it wouldn't be much of a secret, would it?
I suppose not. What about your missing niece?
The missing niece is a fabrication, a cover story. It's important that you believe me now, Mr. Hobart.
Call me Charlie. You know, Sheriff Bowers would lock you up if he heard the things you just told me.
I know, but I had to take that chance. Please, Charlie, I need that map.
The sheriff would have my hide if he found it myself. But I tell you what, you just won't tell me, will we? I gotta warn you, though. The map isn't complete. It'll get you close, but you'll have to find the house on your own once you get there. The path leading into the forest is behind the street.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm ready to go into the woods now. I better take my gear with me. At least now I have a map to what's left of Parr's house.
No i tym oto sposobem udało nam się zdobyć mapę i możemy już wyruszyć w końcu do lasu. Znaleźć dom Rustina Parra. Znaleźć tą Robin. Dobrze. No to idziemy tak. Do motelu. Zbieramy rzeczy. Zrobię save'ika. No i do lasu też wejdę w kolejnym odcinku. Dobra. Teraz zapisuję i kończę ten odcinek, a już przygoda, cała wędrówka do lasu i dojście do domu tego właśnie Rustina Parra w kolejnej przygodzie odcinkowej. Także dziękuję za to, że oglądaliście i teraz się z wami żegnam. Cześć!